Do you have sound now? Do you have sound now? Do you have sound now? Sorry about that. Well, that sucks. That's another technical failure. Shame. Here we go. Let's try this again. Resistance is futile. Tech sucks. Dead battery. Too many videos. Listen close. Truth not forever. Thank you. Colonel in the house. Wyatt Africa, stand up. Legacy media all around. Headlines spinning round and round. Selling fear from town to town. Trying to keep the people down. Lies and fake news everywhere. Misinformation on display. Disinformation lights the way, leading sheep so far astray. Little along the line, trusting everyone in sign, marching where them say is fine, never asking who designed. Truth gets ready for political gain, again and again and again. While ordinary people feel the strain, caught in somebody else's game. Resistance is futile, them say. Just obey what you're told today. But the people waking up anyway, and the truth keeps finding a way. Resistance is futile, them cry, while their stories never quite comply. You can see it with your own two eyes. Truth lives on, it never dies. Them divide people left and right, turning neighbors into fights, clouding up what should be bright, hiding facts out of sight. They use people then discard, push narrative strong and hard. When the evidence leaves them scarred, them simply move the goalpost yard by yard. Cognitive dissonance in the air, contradictions everywhere, yet some still pretend not to care. Like the emperors got clothes to wear. But our movement's growing every day, not from rage or not from hate, just folks who choose to investigate before it's far too late. Resistance is futile, them say. Just obey what you're told today. But the people waking up anyway, and the truth keeps finding a way. Resistance is futile, them cry, while their stories never quite comply. You can see it with your own two eyes. Truth lives on, hey, it never dies. Come and get that daily dose of reality. No hysteria, no manufactured tragedy. Take a little break from propaganda and insanity, and step into a place of clarity. Inoculation against fake news infection. Yellow journalism without direction. Question everything, make your own inspection. Truth should never fear examination. Join the current, hear the story. Without all the money, facts should glory. Facts before ideology. That's the art of honest reporting. The Wyatt Africa isn't just a name. It's ordinary people in the game, thinking freely, not seeking fame, refusing to be led by shame. Just chill, relax and hear the scene. See what all the headlines see. Objectivity sharp and clean like a river flowing crystal clean. No need for panic, no need for fear. Take a look and make it clear. When the facts and evidence appear, the signal rises through this mirror. Resistance is futile, them claim. Yet more people question all the same. Searching truth beyond the frame, and refusing to play the game. Resistance is futile, no more. People knocking on reality's door, seeking facts they're looking for, and finding what they can't ignore. Yeah man. Truth shines brighter than confusion. The noise fades, the facts remain. Colonel Chris and the Wyatt Africa, keeping it cool, keeping it real. Resistance is futile when the truth is coming true. Fade out.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about the sound. I didn't realize that the microphone had died that I hooked up to it. So we're back to another microphone. Thank you for joining me tonight. I do appreciate you being here once again. And let's see if we can build a little bit of an audience as we get going here. If you have questions about the refugee program, I respectfully ask you hold your questions until the end. We're going to discuss today's events and then the news in that order. So if you're here for the news, please be patient. It'll come shortly. Another epic day here in South Africa on a Sunday, July 26, 2026. It's Liberia Day, J.J. Roberts Day. Congratulations to Liberia on your national holiday. I know I've celebrated with the Liberians in quite an epic event at the Barclay Training Center down there in Monrovia back in 2000. And when was I there? 2007? 2008? 2008. Yeah, 2008. It's crazy. No, 2007, yeah. Anyway, and 2008. I was there for both J.J. Roberts Days. So congratulations to Liberia. Folks, epic day here in Port Elizabeth. Started my day making some videos about events, updating people about a few things. And once that was completed, I had some internet trouble here. It wasn't working. Had to reboot my computer, had to forget the network, reinstall it. Still wasn't working in the room. So I went down to the lobby, sat down there and latched onto that router and got the videos out, ate my breakfast down there. Then I hit the road to Tapas. We had a schedule from 11 to 1 o'clock, a meet and greet. Over 100 people rocked up at the event in Tapas. I want to thank everybody that was there. It was epic. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Of course, it's a lot of work for me. At the Tapas meet and greet, I met 4 different families who sadly had received ineligibility letters. And they told me their stories. And it's pretty clear that they understand why they got it. And it wasn't a complete shock in some cases. But nonetheless, it's still a painful thing. It's difficult. And it's frustrating for them. I, in fact, used one of those stories in the video I just released a short while ago about ineligibility. Yet another video about that. So anyway, that was an interesting event. People were very generous. The thumb drives are going like crazy. I gave people my stick. But let's take a look and unveil some of the things that came from the meet and greet. People are so generous. Not everybody has the same means, so not everything comes out huge, but some things are quite lovely, and the sentiment is amazing. So this was a gift. What's this? This is Colonel Chris Wyatt, and check this out. This was specially made for me. I know it's going to be backwards because it's on the phone, but you got to love this. First off, the cap says Port Elizabeth on the back. I know it's backwards, but on the front it says Wyatt Army Meet and Greet 2026, and it's got rifles on it. This is epic, man. Oh man, I didn't even think of make this for myself. Look at that. That's just. I know it's backwards, guys. I apologize for that, but what an incredible gift. This was given to me by one of my viewers today. By the way, the viewer who gave me this on air apparently admitted to me, called me a dumbass, and I called him a troll. Yet he stuck around and he listened and he realized that maybe he was a little bit wrong. So he apologized later on, and he also told me about it today. I'd forgotten completely about it. But what a nice gift from the guy who called me a dumbass. That is a super cool Carl Erasmus. Thank you so much for that, man. I really appreciate it. That was really awesome. Weren't you just in Ronaldo's program? I don't know if you're here now. Anyway, so I was shocked to get that. That was amazing. All right, let's see what else we got here. Check this out, man. People know I'm a Springbok fan. Isn't this cool? It's a rugby ball. It's a little bucket. That is so cool, huh? Okay. And this all comes in one package from one family. Let's see what else they gave me. A vacuum insulated mug. Okay. That's nice for my cool drinks. Wow. This is why I always have to buy more stuff. Nescafe cappuccino. I have a coffee maker here. Maybe I should make myself some cappuccino. Wow. Thank goodness this trip I'm not flying right away. I've got time to consume some of the things. Let's see what else we got here. Ooh, delicious chocolates. Indulge. That was nice. I'm telling you, folks, it's South Africans are really cool people. Oh my goodness, are these like chocolate chip cookies? Wow. Love from the Blank family. Look at those, man. That is really nice. Those are some serious cookies there. Okay. All right. And there's a card. Wow. An artist. Thank you very much. I don't know how you survive all the fools. You are appreciated. Thank you. Love the Van Arda family. Wow. Dearest Colonel, thank you. You've been the I'm not sure, the voice of reason amongst a sea of disinformation. You are the North Star. Thanks to you and all your effort, we can look forward to something, starting our new lives with something. That's very nice. Whenever I get a card, I'm one of those guys. It's like, when you're in your school, when you're a kid, you're looking for that money from grandma in there. That's very sweet of them. Thank you so much for that, for the card and the little bucka and the chocolate chip cookies and the chocolate. I mean, I'm gonna gain weight here in South Africa if I'm not careful. Is it really nice? So that's some cool stuff there. The hat, we got that. I mean, I had to clear out the back seat of the car just to put all this stuff in there. It was just amazing, and I hope I don't miss anything. Okay. Amarula, man. I'm going to be an alcoholic. Every time I go to South Africa, I get wine, I get Amarula, I get Brandwein. It's incredible. Thank you so much for this gift. This is lovely. Put that over there. Oh, my goodness. All right. A young lady was waiting when I'm nearly crying here. It was so touching. She was so excited to see me and so shy, but she held out this bag and she had it. She was like jumping up and down when I arrived. It's Chris. It's Chris. And this is what she gave me. This is such a cool gift. I will treasure all these gifts, but this was like really cool. Look at that. Isn't that incredible? That's really nice. She was so excited. I mean, she was so excited. She got me excited. Gave her a big hug. But she was shy, but she still wanted to give me that. It was so cool. Yeah, and she had it in this lovely bag, and it was almost like his little pen, put him back in there. So wasn't that cool? that was, I'll tell you, man, so heartwarming. So heartwarming. And I also got this. Let's see what's in here. More stuff from folks. I think I might have missed one or two things. I apologize. I got things mixed up. Salted licorice. This is a lovely gift. And Bourdrai drop. These are also licorice, I'm guessing. Okay. Cool beans. And what was this? Oh, I think I took it out already. All right. So there you go. So, I mean, that's some of the stuff that people gave me today. It's just really amazing. South Africans, so generous. Some people have the means, some people don't have the means, but look how generous people are. Yep. Spoiled to the point of no return. You also need I always need another bag. I always have to buy one. That's why I come with as little as possible in my bag. I kept 8 kilo free in my bag, despite bringing about 6 kilos worth of books and gifts for people. So I only had about 12 or 14 kilos. So I have at least 10 to go in that bag, plus another 23 for the other one, because I always get so much stuff from people. It's plus I buy books and things. Student, thank you for the super chat. I missed that. 35 super sticker. So, all right, this is where I was at. I'm catching up in the chat now. Hello, Sandra. Nice to enjoy the beauty and potential of our country when you're not stuck in the system of the press. It's a beautiful country, such potential. Hope you enjoy the working holiday. Thank you, Bitterender. Never been to PA, but it looks so beautiful in that video. Yeah, it's all right. A lot of people are coming here, apparently. Rena says the meet and greeting sounds as if it went well. Oh, it was very good. It was excellent. 100 people, a lot better than 2 of us in Swellendam. No, Andrea, 2 in Swellendam was incredible. And then I saw one of you the next day as I was leaving. No, that was fine. That's very intimate. It was great. So I've done meet and greets so far, and I need to start keeping the numbers. Strunt, then Hermanus, 2 in that day. It's the first day I did it. Then the next day I did Hunsby, Stanford, and Swellendam. That's 5. The next day I did Riversdale, Mossel Bay, and George. That's 8. And then I did Nice. That's 9. and today I've done 10. And I've been in country for how many days? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. I've done 10 meet and greets. Gee, many crickets. We're breaking records with meet and greets here, folks. And tomorrow I have another one, Chafrenet, tomorrow at 6 p.m. at the Dosti Hotel, 30 Church Street. If you are in the area and you would like to come, you're welcome to join me. I've reserved a table already. Yep. So, yeah, it is a legendary cap. It's pretty cool. That is so cool. Okay. God bless you. Thank you, Michael Picard. Carl Erasmus says, meet and greet exceed expectations. Yeah, no, well, I mean, if look, I mean, I don't want to sound like Sally Field, but I mean, if I say that PE loves me, I don't think that's an understatement. Back when my audience was very small, a significant chunk of the people watching my program were from PE in no small measure, because a lot of people who glommed onto the channel early were followers of Ronaldo. What's that? Looks like a big super chat there. 350 Rand from Debbie Fox. Thank you so much. Yeah, so I've always had an audience in PE. At Tapas, and then I went to a birthday party at Byron Shepherd's for his son, along with Ronaldo afterwards. Tapas and at the birthday party today, 15 people that didn't come to the meet and greet recognized me. 15. I mean, look, this is one reason why I come to PE, just because there's so many people that follow my program, and I kind of look. This is my way of paying it back, spending time with you all. It's awesome. I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of black licorice, but it was very kind to get that. So, I mean, smash the like button. Yeah, please do. Sharing is caring. Well, yeah, I will share all this. I've got this one came the other day. I don't think I've shown this yet. Look at this. This is a very generous gift from someone. It's got tons of Ruskin here and a bunch of other stuff. And yeah, I definitely share this with people. So absolutely. What else? Okay, here. Yeah. Super kind and thoughtful. They're ensuring you don't have another exhausted night. Well, I'll have an exhausted night because I'm working my tail off. Guys, I don't know how many videos I did today. Let me look and see how many videos I produced today. Shorts today, today's the 26th. I did just 2 shorts. Okay, that's no big deal. Videos today, the 26th. I did 1, 2, 3 produced videos so far today. 3 produced videos, and this is now my live. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 videos today. And that's not even the main thing I'm doing, producing videos. That just happens to be what I got done because events were unfolding and I need to cover them. Okay. Longest time I've sat with the laptop. Okay. Okay. Catching up now. You want me to bring a bottle of KWV? Is Roshka here? Okay. Welcome to you, Roshka. I'm missing chat. I'm trying to not miss it here, folks. Do you know what day you're going to have meet and greet around you? I do, but it's on my phone, so I can't tell you what day it is. But it's this week. Well, if you're in Irania, it's going to be easy to figure out. But if you're not in Irania, you want to get there, I'll figure that out. I'll put that out in another video, probably tonight or tomorrow. Well, I'm not answering FT questions, Bella. That's rude. I said very clearly at the outset of this video, this is not the time to ask those questions. If you want to hang around until after this conversation and after I do the news, then I'll be happy to answer your question. Okay. Yes, the stick is selling well. I've gone through, I think, at least 30 of them now. I think at least 30, yeah. So, yeah. It's, yeah. So, yeah, it's selling well. Heidi says, thanks for the chat today. It was nice to meet you. Oh, okay. Spook says, you are truly loved. So proud of our fellow South African Spoil Week. Thank you, Spook. How are things going back there? Okay. The gift and great American patriots such yourself can never be repaid. Thank you, Carl. So glad it's great success. There's so many people wanting to meet you. There was. Look, I got to say, a lovely family I spoke with told me about their ineligibility letter. I mean, I know that's heartbreaking for them. And 3 lovely little girls. And they still had such a positive attitude. I hope and pray that only the best things happen for them. Yeah, the reason for their denial was really a tough one. They're not bad people, but it's just you can't. And I made a video and I included that in the video about using fraudulent documents. So, but that person was in a tough spot a long time ago. Anyway, How many bees drive? I think I got about 70. I can reproduce more if I have to. So, Lexi says, "Nice meeting you. Thank you for taking time to meet and greet. It was a great turnout." Well, yeah, it was, and thank you for being there as well. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It was incredible. People are so wonderful. Debbie, you deserve to be spoiled. 350 Rand. Thank you so much for that. Hey, Dylan, what's going on? Can't wait to see you again in the Western Cape. Well, that's a lot of traveling, and for sure you'll be at the Hauteng meet and greets. Yeah, Bitter Ender, it's a lot of traveling. It's not over. So all those 10 meet and greets tomorrow, then it's on to Orania. After 6 years of people asking me to go there, I'm finally going to Orania. And I'll be at Orania on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then I head back through the Karoo to the Western Cape. And Boland, SPAC, my Western Province side today, they're looking good. So I'll be rooting for Boland at their game against the Pumas big time on the 2nd. Must get a map for South Africa as well as meet and greets. I have a map of South Africa. Sanjay, welcome to you. And Vilma Hearn, thank you for your membership at 21 months. I do appreciate you sticking with us, Vilma. Okay, Nelsprit, and really wanted to go through the refugee program, but I'm moving to Western Cape in a month. Well, Spooky, I will be in Nelsprit, not in a month, but in a few days. Too many videos, Henda says. I think Americans' general design is putting us to shame. Yeah, it is sad. Cool Beans about the only 20 years. Drossi Hotel is amazing. You'll love it. Thank you, Leonie. Okay, I hope someone else shows up there. Yeah, I am less exhausted tonight. I got good sleep last night, and today wasn't particularly demanding, although the meet and greet takes a lot of energy out of me. But yeah, it was all right. 8 videos, not too shabby since you didn't get much sleep last night. Shireen, hey, Shireen, so I'm going to have to go back to Durban. Is that what you're telling me? Okay. Are you on Facebook? Yeah, I am on Facebook. The Indaba Africa group. Yep. It's really nice seeing you at the meet and greet today. Spartan guy, we have many followers in P. There are a lot of people today at top as my daughters. Yeah, your daughters are so sweet, man. Your daughters were so sweet. I enjoyed meeting them. They were amazing. They were so funny. And the one who had the big stuffed animal, she kept putting it, and I took it from her, and she shrieked in a funny way and gave it back. That was amazing. So yeah, Spartan God, it was a distinct pleasure to meet you and your family today, as it was to meet so many others today. But I really enjoyed meeting your daughters. They were funny. When Khatfam says, when you travel to KZN, you want to come Richards Bay. Yeah, Richards Bay is not on the agenda for this trip. I don't think. It's a bridge too far. Maybe I'll have to work on it. Yeah, Maris Becker, but people are always generous like this when I come to South Africa. And in fact, a lot of people tend to give me super chats when I come here. I don't ask for it, but they give it to me. And the upside about super chat here is that YouTube gets nothing. You hand it to me. It's really nice. It all helps fund some of the expenses I have when I'm here. So I'm grateful for that. I've gotten a few super chats from people since I came here. Yep, thank you for that. Going to drive from Kimberly Rania. Would really love to meet you. Yeah, Jaretha. Yeah, I'll have to put it out, but I don't have my phone here handy, so I can't go to Zoom or not Zoom, WhatsApp while I'm on the phone because I'll lose the stream. I don't want to do that. All right, so I wasn't prepared to answer that question tonight. Sorry. Colonel on YouTube appears intimidating. Colonel in person is a big teddy bear. Hey, Michelle. Shh, shh, shh. Don't be telling people that. Don't be telling people that. Have you done a documentary on why you have an obvious love for South Africa? No, I have not. I've been interviewed countless times. It's available. So, no, it was not Western Province to play. It was the Stormers 23. There's no such thing as the Stormers 23. It's Western Province. Yep. I've already answered the question. I'm in Gauteng. Okay, 12th to the 26th. Thank you, Miranda. I'll check out the church if I have time. Okay. Yes, we have to see you. You can't miss out. Okay. Shout out to my ladies. Without them, today's meetup would have not happened. Please excuse my daughter's lack of enthusiasm. Carl, it's fine. I was just teasing her, trying to get a smile out of her. It's fine. Sound like you have the flu. No, I just have some congestion here. Yep. Yes, of course I'm coming to Johannesburg. I already said that a million times. Okay. All right, let's get to the news, folks. Let me get a little sip of my energy here. Those who know me well, know that I survive off of energy and biltong when I'm in South Africa. Bitter Ender, thank you for the 20 Rand. Great meeting you yesterday evening. Thanks for the photo with Ronaldo. Enjoy the cap and mohair socks. Oh yeah, Marius, that's right. Yeah, it's in the car. I left the cap in the car. Good to see you there, Marius. Marius has a brand, a very interesting brand, and I'll bring that to your attention when I get the cap. But it's in the car. I left it in the car last night. It better be in the car. I bought it. I better have that hat. Anyway, thank you for the socks. Yeah, he had a booth there last night at Mardi Gras. I don't have plans to visit any townships this time. I've previously gone to Alexandria, Khayelitsha, Soshenguve, Monenberg, which really isn't a township, but you can call it that. Chatsworth. These are all places I've been in the past. I don't really have any plans to visit townships this time. Why? Would you like me to visit a township, Bella? You have one in mind? And if so, who do you have that can escort that knows a township? You don't go into townships if you don't know people. It's not smart. I've done it, but it's not smart. And I'm not risking with my life. You know, when you're young and dumb, you do things like that. When you get older, you realize that you really should have someone you know and trust when you go. When I went to Chatsworth, Karo Charo was my guide. And Shoshenguve, I did that on my own. That was probably a bit dicey. Alexandria, I've done that on my own. Khayelitsha, I did that with the candidate from Action SA. And Monenberg, same thing. Okay. Brandon, good evening to you. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Nelspruit. It's been 20 plus years since I've been there. All right, let's get to the news, ladies and gentlemen. President Trump pauses U.S. strikes on Iran after 13 days. Decision was confirmed by U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations and a senior White House official. Why? Why are we pausing these attacks? President Trump has said today he ordered a pause to U.S. attacks on Iran for a second straight day. His efforts to negotiate the deal have intensified following nearly 2 weeks of consecutive daily strikes. Trump has always been saying he prefers a diplomatic solution, but he continues to retain all options if Iran continues terrorist activities. Well, I think we should continue to strike them until they surrender. Until they surrender. As I said, U.S. has paused its attacks on Iran for a second straight day. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky claimed that Kiev as evidence that Moscow is providing satellite information to Iran to use against targets in the region. That would explain why they've been able to bomb our places. So the Russians are now responsible for the murder of American citizens. I think that it's time to start dealing with Russia as well. Trump, it's time to start dealing with Russia. Time to put a hurt on them. Okay, well, it turns out that I'm living rent-free in the minds of News 24. So here's a message to News 24, and who's the author here? Marizan Koch. Marizan Koch. When you address me in the media, you address me with my title. And the title is Colonel. Colonel Retired. You want to write about me, then you get it correct. My title is not Chris Wyatt. It's Colonel Retired Chris Wyatt. Get it correct. Get it correct. Pretty simple, not rocket science. I love how you fake journalists love to try to throw shade on people by denying their titles. Now, if and when I'm appointed ambassador somewhere, then my title for the rest of my life will be ambassador. But for now, it's colonel. It's a title that's earned 36 years worth of earning. And if you're going to write about me correctly. It's Colonel Retired Chris Wyatt, not Colonel. But I'm living rent-free in the minds of News 24. They're freaking out because I attacked the We Buy Car ad, which is really rude. But they leave a lot of important context out about what I said. How I commented that, for instance, Nando's has done cheeky ads for years, but they are entertaining, fun. They push the envelope. But this goes beyond pushing the envelope. This insults the sitting president of the United States, which is highly inappropriate for a commercial company to do. And it disrespects South African refugees. And it lies, just like the media does, about who the refugees are. Anyway, so yeah, these asshats that are from We Buy Cars, I hope that people don't sell them their cars. A month-old We Buy Car. By the way, they forget to mention that I also said it was a month old. It's surprising that anyone even noticed it. Advert drew a barrage of criticism this week after joking that Donald Trump flew a white South African family to the U.S. to watch the World Cup. Chris Wyatt, Dan Root, and Ronaldo Cruz accused the advert of mocking Afrikaner refugees, while other commentators defended it and called its critics snowflakes. Snowflake? Let me tell you something. You little pussy boy keyboard warriors. You want to see a snowflake? Come here. Called me a snowflake? That's sure. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, whoever said that, and the fact he even mentioned it, you think that's credible? A snowflake. Oh my goodness. You little wusses have never experienced the misery that I've experienced in my lifetime, the hardship and the deprivation I've dealt with, the combat tours I've had, the people I've had to deal with, the things I've gone through, and you're going to call me a snowflake? What a bunch of magoos. What a bunch of magoos. We Buy Cars said, meant no offense, we'll keep the ad for YouTube, but halt paid products promotion and television use. Whoa. Look at that. It had an impact. They're not going to put on television. Wow. Car dealer We Buy Cars and comedian Boer Bosch came under fire from right-wing critics this week after ad about Donald Trump's Offer Counter FG program in the FIFA World Cup. First off, it's not Donald Trump's Offer Counter FG program for the 1 billionth time. You morons don't listen. I've told you it's not an Offer Counter program. It's not even anywhere saying it's an Offer Counter program. It's always been for racial minorities. You see, their policy is to lie about this at Cockprot 24. And that journalist had no choice but to lie because it's the stated policy of this tabloid of record. The advert released a month ago features two South African families, one white, one black, meeting an airport in Atlanta in the U.S. after traveling there for the World Cup. By the way, it wasn't Atlanta Airport. It didn't even look like Atlanta Airport. You brought the whole family over. The white man says, black man, how did you swing that? I sold my car, comes reply to We Buy Cars. And you guys, Trump flew us over. The white South African says, lowering his voice, his wife begins to laugh beside him, mocking Trump. So that's the first problem. He thinks we're going to stay. No, he says, shaking head, we only came over to watch the World Cup and he's paying. Well, first off, moron, it's not even funny because it's not even factually correct. Trump doesn't pay for your flight, dipshit. So anyone that knows anything about the program, that's not even remotely funny. It's like watching John Cleese make an ass of himself, whining about Donald Trump saying he was running for a fourth election. Donald Trump joked at the White House Correspondents' Dinner this weekend saying, well, I'm going to run for office again. John Cleese, no wonder Fawlty Towers was such a crappy television program. I always thought he's a brilliant comedian, but he's a dimwit comedian if he didn't get the joke. Donald Trump joking. He's like, oh my gosh, look at this, he's running again. No. The advert titled Selling It Makes Dreams Come True was uploaded June 30th while World Cup was still in the group stage. By Saturday, it received more than 20,000 views and attracted 300 comments. No. When I commented on it, it had 2,900 views. So I drove viewership to the ad. It had 2,900 views, not 20,000. See, no context here. These people have no context. They didn't look to see how many views there were. And I commented on how many views there were. And they omitted that. So I increased viewership by 8% or 8 times. Not 8%, 8 times. And they don't mention that. In the YouTube video, among its first critics was American podcaster Chris Wyatt, who frequently comments on the U.S. government's Offer Counter Refugee program and was in Hermanus in Cape Town this past week. I do not comment on Trump's Offer Counter Refugee program because no such program exists, News 24. I comment on the refugee program. Get it right. And I'm not a podcaster. I'm a university lecturer. I am a counterintelligence agent. I am a published author. I am a polyglot. I am a political scientist. I am a historian. I'm a radio personality. I'm a journalist and a newspaper author. And I do YouTube. Get it right. Get it right. In a YouTube video on Wednesday, Wyatt lashed out at We Buy Cars, accusing the company of exploiting, at least they quote me correctly, exploiting the misery of South Africans who find it necessary to flee this country because they're being persecuted. They, We Buy Cars, have fallen into line with the South Africa's legacy fake media and politicians who mock refugees and their plight. The advert is incredibly disrespectful and rude. It mocks President Trump over the World Cup and refugees, as well as white and black South Africans. They are mocking the U.S. Yep, that's what I said. And then they mentioned Ronaldo criticizing it too. Anyway, yeah, and they're calling me a snowflake. We Buy Cars wants to double its market share through more financing and more pods. Well, good for you. CEO Fundavault said increasing proportion of finance sales to about 30% was a key driver for the strategy. My goodness. Good luck to you there, buddies. And then did you see this story today by Kyle Cowan, the investigative reporter for News 24, this slander hit piece against AfriForum? trying to turn people against Reform. Well, what a bunch of nonsense. I'm not even going to go into it. It's not worth our time. South Africa has been hit with a 12.5% tariff from President Trump over its violation of Section 301, this violation of trade policy under the 1974 Trade Act. And this is something the Supreme Court will not be able to interfere with. The Supreme Court has no way to interfere with this. There's no way that this violates the 1974 Trade Act. So these countries will now be hit with this tariff until they fix their problem. Yep. The United States has had a forced labor import ban for nearly a century and rigorously enforced it. It's well past time for our trading partners to do the same. Yep. Tariffs help us address the human rights abuse and distorted trade practice to improve the welfare of workers everywhere. Well done by Donald Trump. I'm not a fan of tariffs, but you know what? If countries won't live up to free market principles, then they deserve them. Well, have no fear, folks. Cyril Ramaphosa may have got a stay of execution, but it won't be lasting long because the ATM has gone to the apex court to demand an interdict. Yep. And the committee will continue its investigation despite this, well, I believe unconstitutional Western Cape High Court decision. The impeachment committee will push ahead with preparations for the impeachment of Cyril Ramaphosa after the Western Cape High Court granted interim interdict to stay impeachment proceedings. Yep, impeachment committee chairperson Ghana said that on Friday the committee will continue its preparatory work. I've studied the full judgment of Western Cape High Court and consulted with the legal team. The preparatory work committee will continue with the meeting on Wednesday, July 29th. Good. Keep it up. And as soon as the Constitutional Court spanks the Western Cape High Court, then you can pursue the impeachment of Cyril Ramaphosa. 100%. Well done. The ATM has asked the Constitutional Court for direct access to appeal Ramaphosa's Pala interdict. Vuyo Zungula is trying to stop this nonsense. Good for him. They've approached the Constitutional Court to ask for leave to appeal Friday's majority ruling from a corrupt court. Brazil denies visas to U.S. diplomats going down there because the Washington Post claims that they're there to impugn the next election. No evidence whatsoever, and they admit in the story, but that's not what the title says. Brazil denies visas to U.S. delegation aiming to impugn election system. But what evidence they have, they're going to impugn it? None. And they admit that in the story. None. Brazilian officials said they suspected the Americans' goal was to meet with electoral skeptics and produce a report that could be used to delegitimize the nation's electronic voting system. They also claim that Brazil has had sterling elections for years, but that's bullshit. We know Bolsonaro was cheated, and Lulu cheated to become a president. The United States, Japan, and the Philippines are completing joint military trials in the South China Sea, which I'm renaming the Bay of Trump. The Bay of Trump. The South China Sea will be renamed the Bay of Trump as he overlords over the South China Sea, and we send the Chinese ecological criminals back to the mainland instead of claiming their 9-line BS. In the Bay of Trump in Southeast Asia, U.S., Japanese, and Philippine forces completed a 5-day maritime exercise in South China Sea, renamed recently as the Bay of Trump. Yep, the armed forces of the Philippines said on Sunday the joint drills include working together communications, division tactics, cross-deck landing, and fly-by operations. France's biggest wildfire of the season forces 250,000 people to evacuate. French government has mobilized thousands of firefighters, aircraft, military personnel to battle the wildfires. My goodness. Major fires are raging in the Gironde and Landes regions of southwest France as fire crews are aided by water bombers and helicopters. The Minister of Interior called the fire in Gironde the biggest fire of the season that has led to the evacuation of 220,000 people. The ongoing fire in the Landes region forced 30,000 people from their homes. Not good. As I said earlier, Zelensky says Russia shared satellite imagery of bases with Iran. The alleged Russian satellites were monitoring 2 bases in Bahrain and 1 in Jordan and 1 in Kuwait. I don't know where he got the information from, but I'll take his word on that. Let's get busy dealing with these clowns. Illegal immigrants who refuse to leave the United States have been fined over $84 billion. $84 billion. Last June, Department of Homeland Security and Department of Justice announced a new federal rule streamlining the process of issuing fines for illegal immigrants. In total, 103,000 fines have been issued to illegal immigrants since the beginning of the Trump administration. Fines including $999 a day charge levied on illegal immigrant who does not leave the country voluntarily, even after final order of removal has been issued in their name. Of course, they'll never collect this money, but it's just for purposes. Rural voters are apparently turning on President Trump as poll swings against him. Rural voters have soured on Trump again. According to a new poll, it found his standing with that group flipping from positive to negative in the span of just 1 month. A Fox News survey conducted from July 17th to 20th among 1,003 registered voters found Mr. Trump's approval among rural voters at 44% compared to a swing that he had last month. It was 51% and 49% disapprove. His overall ratings remain underwater at 39% approve and 61% disapprove. Well, there's a lot of stupid people out there. California's voting rules are under fire after nearly 150,000 mail-in ballots were rejected. Nearly 150,000 mail-in ballots rejected during California's June primary, with most tied to late postmarks, according to state election data. The figures have renewed scrutiny of California's vote-by-mail rules, which have undergone major change in recent years as state officials sought to expand ballot access and increase voter participation. All they've done is expand fraud. They expand fraud. Texas's Representative Chip Roy has introduced a bill that would deport radicals like Zoran Mandami and Ilhan Omar. Wow, that's interesting. The title is called the Mamdani Act. It would amend existing immigration law to prohibit admission to the U.S. for foreign nationals who are members of or affiliated with or advocate for communist, socialist, Chinese countries, or Islamic fundamentalist parties. Wow. So they have to strip her of her citizenship in order to get rid of her. The 49ers coach Kyle Shanahan has suffered significant injuries in an offseason car wreck. I hear also that Brandy Wells apparently was in a car accident recently from midnight, and thoughts and prayers for her, but I'm not sure what happened. Germany says that the fatal Berlin Pride attack is believed to be the act of an Islamic extremist terror. A van ramming and stabbing near Berlin's Pride Festival that left one person dead and many others injured is believed to have been an Islamic extremist terror attack, according to the Interior Minister. Suspect in Saturday night's attack remains at large. They haven't caught this guy. Authorities issued a wanted notice and warning against people against Abdul Balut, a German citizen with Lebanese roots. Why do you give these morons, these scumbags, German citizenship? Saying he may be armed dangerous. Really? After he murdered somebody and ran down people in the vehicle, he might be dangerous? You're stupid. Everything we see here points us to dealing with an Islamic terrorist attack. It was a Pride Festival closing party. He drove a van into a crowd and then allegedly attacked other people with a weapon suspected to be a machete. Great. So now we're shipping pungas to Germany to murder Germans. It's not enough that they rape German girls and they sexually assault them during New Year's Eve and the government covers it up. But now they're just murdering them. The suspect had come to authorities' attention in the past because of numerous previous crimes, which he didn't give details. Numerous previous crimes, granted German citizenship. He's an Arab, he's a Muslim, and you've let him now murder German citizens. Yeah, you people should be horsewhipped in public. Those responsible for this. A woman was killed. Jeez, ridiculous. Stupid stuff. I guess Ronaldo's done now. 7 people have been arrested here in South Africa over anti-immigrant extortion and intimidation. 7 members of the public linked to anti-immigrant activities have been arrested in Polokwane on charges of extortion and intimidation. My goodness. It never ends, does it? Huh. Isn't this funny? I talked about Aspen Pharmacare earlier. Aspen positions itself as a key African supplier of Merck's HIV pill. Drug makers among 7 manufacturers supply 129 lower-income countries. Yes, what happened to $700 million you're supposed to use to manufacture other stuff? And that, my friends, is the news for tonight. Thank you for being here. Be sure to hit the like button if you haven't done it already. I will now answer and entertain questions. If you had a refugee question somebody did earlier, please ask it now. I need to crack my back. Excuse me. The discs are jammed together. Oh, gosh, that felt good. All right. I know you can hear me. I'm wandering around. I thought I'd show you this, too. This was a gift from the other day when I was at Strand. This was really cool. I was given a teddy bear. Isn't that nice? It was very nice. Very soft. Very soft. From Alexander Brown's. It's a pretty, and gray too. Nice color for teddy bear. Yep. Oh. Sorry, my eyes are dry for some reason. You're welcome with the news. Okay. It was a loud crowd. Yeah, that was my back. Prime applicant. My wife has a U.S. dual citizenship. Well, Bella, you didn't tell me if you're South African living in South Africa who's suffered from past racial persecution or feared legitimate future persecution. If the answers to those questions are yes, and you're the primary applicant, your wife can go to America. I've already covered this, folks. Does anybody watch my videos? The Stoltz family, we covered this. He has a German passport. His son has a German passport. His wife does not, and his adopted children do not. He went to America as a refugee because she was a primary applicant. Oh, yeah, Louise, I love that teddy bear. It's soft. Thank you. I love it. Smells nice, too. Did you put some perfume on it? It smells really nice. Anyway, I love his bow tie. Yeah, I love stuffed animals. Cool, especially teddy bears. Bonnie says, pleasure to meet you and Ronaldo. And thank you. It was a pleasure meeting everybody today as well. Gosh, my eyes are really dry. It's like I need some fluid here. I think it's because let me open up this window because it's getting warm in here. Maybe that'll help. Hide that from your son, says Charles. Case change of proof resettlement. Congratulations, Bambi. That's good to hear, I guess. If I live in the Cape, well, I have to fly to Pretoria for interviews. Can I arrange everything one day? No, you can't arrange anything. You'll have to go wherever they tell you to. I'm not being a smartass, Spooky. That's the way it works, unfortunately. And the people who schedule aren't particularly brilliant or smart when it comes to geography. So you'll have to go where they tell you. It doesn't matter if you live in the Cape. Doesn't matter if you live in Beitbridge. It doesn't matter if you live in Springbok. You go where the meeting is. It could be in Cape Town. It could be in Pretoria. What you can do is when they contact you, inform them of where you live. If they try to tell you to Pretoria, and say, is there any chance you can reschedule me for Pretoria? And if they can't, you have to bear the cost of getting there. That's just how it works. Sorry. The Berlin Pride attacker has been shot dead. Okay, I didn't hear that. If you have a sentimental firearm from grandfather's father, you can take it over somehow. Charmaine, I've talked about this last year multiple times. You want to import a firearm to America, you need to get a hold of the Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms. Go to their website and find out about it. People can fly with firearms on aircraft, but you have to turn it into the crew before you board, and it has to have no ammunition, yada, yada, yada. And you have all these approvals before you go. You want to bring a firearm over, that's on you. This is not a program to equip militias in America. This is not Noah's Ark. We don't pay for pets. We don't ship your books. We don't ship your clothing. You get shipped. We refuge for Homo sapiens, not for their firearms, not for their pets, not for their favorite cars, not for their books. If you want to bring a firearm, you have to sort that on your own. Again, the Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, do research. Google's your friend. How do I import a firearm into the United States? Pretty easy search on Google. It will answer your questions. But no, it has nothing to do with being a refugee. And whether it can go on the same flight with you, you have to check with ATF. I can't answer that question. How cold is it? It's hotter than hell here. It's freaking 20 degrees today. I was sweating. It's too hot. Too hot. When scrolling YouTube, I saw a short that two Stevens were looking in South Florida. He was complaining he had no aircon in the UK. Can you imagine him in Florida? Why does he get located to South? He's an Iranian. Who asked him to come to America? What the hell does he get off coming to America? Does he have a visa, a green card? He's an Iranian. Oh, you did put perfume on there. Okay, that's smells good, man. Smells good. Well, Michelle, they gave you an option. They don't give everybody an option, but you have to ask them. Andres, I'm so sorry you got ineligible, and I'm glad you're still here. I'm sorry to hear that you got ineligible, though. You know, if everybody goes to America, of course, that'll never be the case. There's 2.8 million Afrikaners and millions of coloreds and millions of Indians. You're not all going to America. Only some are going. But if you all go, who am I going to see when I come here? Andrea Johnson resigned. She wants to leave within 24 hours. Leave what, Amanda? Yeah, America has over 350 million firearms. Is there a way to see if you're eligible before you apply for the program? I don't understand your question. I don't understand your question. The website tells you whether you're eligible or not. Are you trying to tell me there's a way to find out if you're going to become ineligible? I can't tell you that. I don't know what you've done in your past. Don't know what you did. I don't know if you've forged documents or you refuse to get immunizations or you have dual passports or you know, you're not in the country. You know, I don't know that. You know your circumstances. So anyone who meets the criteria is eligible. You become ineligible because of information they find or your actions on social media, among other things. So, I mean, it's an impossible question to answer. I don't know your circumstances. The Mozzies are fine. They don't like me. I have B positive blood, and they tend to stay away from me. I saw that proof about the FG News State Public writing that they bribed home affairs officials to. Yeah, Arza Rose, I was going to make that video before you sent me that, and then you sent me that, and then also I had another source that gave me some information about that. Wow, we dropped to, we'll get 333 here, okay. Hey, Mammy. You're welcome, Charmaine. Good. Charles, buck up. Come on. Come on, Buttercup. Buck up. Yeah, but it's not summertime, Sharon. It's wintertime, so I expect to be chill. It was 11 degrees in the Western Cape when I was there, and here it's 20 degrees. It's a big difference. Verida's back. He says, I hope you're enjoying it over there. We arrived in Austin, Texas 4 days. We're enjoying it over here, and everything's working out. Well, that's good to hear, Verda. Make a song about teddy bears. Yeah, I could do that. At least I hadn't thought about that. Okay. She wants out. I know she had. I think she wants to quit. If she resigned, then she's out. What is my shoe size? Well, 10.5, but I wear 11s now. Just to be sure, I wear 11s. Why? Very beautiful over there. We did the bike rallies there. Okay, Sharon. Okay. Well, my blood type matches my attitude in life. It's B positive. Dad joke, dad joke. Debbie's 35. Wow, she ran out of money. Thank you for who you are. We split you. Debbie always gets 50 rand super chat. She must be out of money. Did you see Press G is going to try to help ineligible people? Did the video this morning. I think it was 12,000. What? 12 to 1,500. I don't understand that. We mean 12 to $1,500. Be positive. Yep. Emerencia. Hello, hello, hello. Right. Right, folks. How we doing? We've got 219 likes and some super chat revenue. We can do better on the likes. I mean, we can do much better on likes. So, all right. We played my theme song earlier. Here you go. Now I'm going to play this one. Hey, Tools Wonder.
Well, the Colonel's back in town. Can you hear that joyful sound? Dust on the boots, wheels on the ground, from the mountains to the sea, where the truth still longs to be found. Colonel Chris has come home. Yeah, the Colonel's back in town. Back to the land of 1,000 skies, golden sunsets and hopeful eyes, black, white, and brown. Every story's told, every heartbeat's worth more than gold. No spin, no games, no smoke or disguise.
I've already done a bunch of these for the garden route. It's over. I gotta watch videos. I told you, I asked you.
Back in town. Every road has a story to tell. Every heart knows when freedom rings well, when honest voices rise together.
I already did one in Georgia.
The Colonel's back in town, raising voices gather round, from Cape Town all the way to Bay Bridge, across the valleys, over every ridge, from Springbok down to Durban shore, standing for tomorrow more. Truth should never fear examination. Hope can build a stronger nation. The Colonel's back in town. Rolling through the countryside, listening close with nothing to hide, celebrating dreams that bloom, shining light inside the room. When something's working, let it grow. When something's broken, let us know. Every voice deserves its day. Together we'll find a better way. No nonsense and no hesitation, just thoughtful facts and observation. Looking ahead, connecting the lines, searching for tomorrow's signs. From city streets to country farms, meeting folks with open arms. Every challenge, every win, the journey always starts within. Truth is stronger in the light. Honest hearts can make things right. Side by side we'll always stand, building hope across the land. The Colonel's back in town, raise your voices, gather round, from Cape Town all the way to Bay Bridge, across the valleys, over every ridge, from Springbok down to Durban shore, standing for tomorrow more. Truth should never fear examination. Hope can build a stronger nation. The Colonel's back in town. Sunlight shines where shadows hide. Let honesty become our guide. Lift the good and face what's wrong. That's how every heart grows strong. The Wyatt Army knows the way. Standing together every day. Honest folks still answer the call. Standing together, standing tall. Seeking justice, liberty for all. United we'll never fall. The Colonel's back in town. Lift those voices, sing it loud. Across South Africa we're rolling. Every mile another story unfolding. Every neighbor, every friend. Truth and hope will never end. We know who we are, we know where we stand. Walking together across this land. Truth should never fear examination. Faith and courage build a nation. The Colonel's back in town. Yeah, Chris is back around. The Colonel's back in town.
All right, folks. So some of your comments came in while the song was playing. Let me go back and address them now. Okay, so questions about me doing the garden route. It's done, guys. I mean, all I can do is ask you to watch my videos. I've been putting out shorts telling you where I'm going to be. Okay, so post-second medical evaluations beyond 2 months. Questions, mental health issues. That's not a question. Mental health. The question is mental health issues versus refugee status. What does that mean? I don't understand what that question means. Please explain yourself. Oh, it's wrong. God. Oh, it's Debbie Fox. That was Debbie Ackerman. Okay. My family and I ruled to be ineligible. I will only have good things to say about Colonel Wyatt. Thank you, Peter. Thank you so much. Always a pleasure. Thanks for the news. Yeah, I think that the people that attack me think I run the program. That's just so comical. Ian, YouTubian's back. Are you still in Niza? Sorry, I missed you, buddy. I was there yesterday. I was in Niza, and it was the one time I was relaxed. I was relaxed. I was at 34 degrees south, and we had an electric conversation. I bought myself a sailing shirt, and then I hit the road. But I took my time. I was there nicely yesterday. Sorry. Okay. Vesti's law firm is going to charge investigating eligible cases. Well, I mean, I don't. That's great. I don't know what they're going to investigate. 8 to 9% of it. That's right, Gil. We are Jill, not Gil. Jill. We are just. I think it's 6 to 8%, but I'll take your numbers. We are minority. I am left-handed. That's less than 18% of the global population. I have B positive blood, which is 8%. Of course, I'm devastatingly handsome, and that's only about 3% of the population. So, I mean, I'm just a rare air. I mean, even on YouTube, over 100,000 subscribers, that puts me in the top 2% of people on YouTube on the planet. Oh, my goodness. Where am I tomorrow? Peter is not watching my channel. I made a video before this broadcast and said that I will be in Krafranet, and I mentioned at the outset of this video that I will be in Krafranet tomorrow. Yes, and I invited people to come to the Drosti Hotel at 6 p.m. tomorrow. Custom made. Arthur says you're confused. It's okay, maybe Brian Home Affairs. No, it's not okay. Why are you confused? Who said that? Watch my video. I didn't say that. How much money did Ronaldo pay to go to Pete? Nothing. He lost a bet, Charles. It's all about definite snowflake and those guys calling people. Well, we've got Tom McDonald on snowflakes. What is his song on snowflakes? I can't remember that one now. Come on. Hello. Oh, come on. Is the internet crapping out again? Gee, many crickets. There it goes. A little slow. Very slow. Come on. Let's see. Oh, jeez, Tom McDonald. You get a song called Snowflakes, but the internet's crapping out on here. I don't know if I'll get it. I'm yawning? Mark, yeah, it's okay. Sorry we missed you today, too. Oh, negative. Wife is left-handed. Okay, Chaos Juggler. No interruption in the stream. No, it's not that. That's on the phone. I'm looking at my laptop. I'm trying to load something on my laptop. Here you go. Tom McDonald. God bless it. Oh, give me a break. Yeah, Snowflakes from 5 years ago. Tom McDonald. The government will put you in prison. Snowflakes from 5 years ago. Can you believe it's been 5 years since that song came out? And in that song is a cameo by none other than Blair White, folks. Who's Blair White? Blair White is a conservative transgender male to female. And who's had some really rational comments and argued against transitioning. Yep. Very interesting interview with Robert Page about the war. Okay. Music generated demand really taking the mickey out of the Snowflake name caller. That music is not generating demand. That was lyrics by Tom McDonald. He did the song 5 years ago. Your cat is acting up. Next time you're in Niza, I'll take you out my boat. Oh, that's a shame. I had time. I could have done it yesterday. Ah, damn. Oh, Niza looks pretty. It does. It also looks like way too many people there. But once you leave Niza and go east, it sucks because all these hovels are snatched up all over the road, which I don't recall seeing last time I was there 4 years ago. Hello from Betty's Bay, Kyle. Good to see you there. Past that. Okay. Peter Builder Kenworth. Okay. Right. I want you. Okay. So, do I like boat cruises? Yeah, it depends. Ready to travel notification. Okay. Johannes, don't get out in front of your skis there. That doesn't mean you're leaving in 2 to 4 weeks. It means that be prepared to leave in 2 to 4 weeks. Okay. So just don't get out in front of your skis on that one, okay? You stutter, you're one of the few in the world. Well, yeah, that's a sucky thing to stutter. It's hard. You need Starlink. No, I just need reliable Wi-Fi here, that's all. Yes, you can. Is that the question? You can be sent for a psychological evaluation as part of your medical. Absolutely. In fact, I talked to a family today or yesterday. I'm trying to remember. It must have been today. It was today, I think, about that very issue. So, yep. Anyway, that in fact can be part of the evaluation. By the way, I went to Roman's Pizza. I used to love Roman's Pizza. I asked a Hawaiian, and I got a pizza with pineapple and pepperoni. Who the hell puts pepperoni with pineapple? It's barbaric. I've never had that. Some cock up. You know, you just can't get good help. I know that they screwed it up. I didn't see it till I brought it back here. And eating pepperoni with pineapple, it's the completely opposite disgusting taste. Whereas ham complements pineapple. It's unbelievable. Snowflakes. The person I'm referring to is a refugee already in the USA. They posted. Yes, I know. It's a crime. Yes. I don't understand why you're confused. What did I say is not a crime? A very good wife. She's very supportive. When my stress gets high, I take a time out in the mountains. Well, that's good to hear. I'm getting sick and tired of people talking. If people don't talk straight up, go listen to someone else. Exactly. Informal settlements around trying to expand at massive pace. Yeah, I'm with you on that thing, announced. When I was there 4 years ago, none of that shit was there. It was beautiful. Coming out of Nice on the east side. Now that slop is everywhere. I haven't seen many potholes so far. I've seen some in PE, but basically none on the way here. So wait till I get to Gauteng. Roman's is the best, but they screwed up my pizza, Debbie. They screwed up my pizza. They put pepperoni. I've still got a few slices here. I'll show you. It's disgusting. Pepperoni with pineapple. That is not a Hawaiian pizza. That's an abomination. That's an abomination. It's disgusting. I ate it, but it was disgusting. Just past the provincial border, it gets very, very quickly with animal fatalities on the highway. Would you go to Coffee Fontaine after Aranya? No, I'm not going to Gauteng, Cruiser Phoenix. I'm going back to the Western Cape. I've said that already. It's too peppery for pineapple. It's obvious, Charles. I mean, what kind of idiot does this? How much influence does your extended family have in your case in case you have a crazy family? That has nothing to do with your case, but you're going to have to explain it. You have to explain it. It's not you. No, you don't have to apologize, Ars Rose. You misunderstood me, but there's no need to apologize. No need to apologize. I love those club pizza from Pick and Pay. Never had one. What do you think? What are your thoughts on We Buy Cars? We started the program off talking about We Buy Cars. I made a video and I gave News 24 chest pains. I gave them chest pains. They did this whole story on me and Ronaldo and Dan Root. Yep. I gave News 24 chest pains over that story. I think it's vile, repulsive, and I said so in the video. So please watch my content. I find it humorous, all the questions people ask on my live broadcast that I've already answered in a video I posted. That video opened on Wednesday. Please watch the videos, folks. That's a Russian. I don't know what the hell that is. It's disgusting, whatever it is, pizza party. Come to Middle Herd. Where's Middle Herd? You mean Middleburg? I will take it back. I've not been in a single garden road in the gravel road in the garden route. Sue Marie has a crazy family, but is in the U.S. Rebels Pizza. I'm not familiar with that one. Hey, Veroshka. Johannes Steenberg is giving advice for Veroshka, which I've given everybody. Oh, Debonair's is cardboard. I've never liked Debonair's. Ugh. No, I'm not aware that they did one in 2025. I never saw it. They won a YouTube award? For what? What YouTube award? How did they get a YouTube award? The video that I talked about only had 2,900 views when I complained about it. Now it's over 20,000. Durbanville on Friday. No, I'm not thinking Durbanville on Friday. Do you know how far Orania is? I'm not driving for 9 hours through the Karoo. There's no way. I am not driving back from Orania all the way back to the Western Cape. I'm stopping around 2 nights. Then I'll get back, and I'll be back in time to go to Wellington for the Bowling game. There's no way, Cruiser Phoenix, I'm going all the way back. How do we know next meet greets are? Only saw your updates after. I'd like to attend when you're back in Somerset West area. Well, you need to watch my channel, Carmen. I said so several times in this broadcast, and I've said so ever since I got here nearly a week ago. I am making videos, shorts. I did one earlier about tomorrow's meet and greet. Normally, I put banners up and we spread them in the groups, but I haven't had time. I haven't had 10 minutes of myself. When I finish this broadcast tonight, this will be the first time I take time for myself in the week that I've been here to calm down, catch my breath, and sit down. I mean, there's so much going on. I'm going so many. I've done 10 meet and greets in 5 days. I've traveled hundreds of kilometers. What's the distance here? Let's see. Cape Town. And this won't be the full distance because it's actually more than that. If you went straight, which I didn't do because I had a lot more to this, but the straight route is 750 kilometers. I've driven, but I've driven more than that. I've driven over 1,000 kilometers and all that. And so, yeah, quite a bit going on. So, oh, Middelburg, there we go. Yeah, I will be going through Middelburg. Yeah, on my way to, yeah. So I'll go to Grafrenet tomorrow. I'll pass through Middelburg. What's the distance here? So Grafrenet to Middelburg. Let me do another one here. Oh, gosh, my eyes are really dry. Grafrenet to Middelburg. About 150 kilometers, maybe? No, that's the wrong Middelburg. Why did I do this? Anyway, yeah, that's not that one. The sign hurts. So I don't know. Yeah, but we're passing through that. So, hey, Andres, Stridham, thank you for your membership. Pineapple does belong to pizza, Jill. Yep. All right, thank you for that, Arza. I'll look for that. God bless. Sorry, my eyes are just hurting. They're so dry. It's like there's like sand in them. There's no sand in my eyes, but it feels like sand. Oh. Hey, Pete's Party. Oh, okay, make an effort, Victoria. Okay. You are our hero, says Peter. Thank you. I don't know if you'll meet in Durbanville. I've never done a meet and greet in Durbanville. I do them in done meet and greets in Woodbridge Island. I've done them in Somerset West, in Parle. I've also done them in Wellington. No, I haven't done one in Wellington. I'm not sure. I've done them in Bloberg. So Bloberg. Yeah. We'll sort something out. Oh, you missed those, Carmen. Yeah, you got to look for the shorts. Go to my channel, look for all the shorts. All right. So I'm not trying to cheat you out, folks. I'm just saying that it gets frustrating. I go to great efforts to inform people, and it's frustrating. So it doesn't matter if I do a banner and we spread it in the groups, people don't find out about it. If I do that, then if I do videos, people don't find out about it. If I do both, people still don't find out about it. It's very frustrating. I kept running people today in PE who were shocked that I was here. Obviously, they don't watch my program regularly. Thanks to us, and playing by ear when we become a stack leader. Exactly. Oh, Middleburg and Pumalanga? No, I don't think I'm going to make it to that one. I'm exhausted, not from driving. I'm exhausted from the travel, although I don't get jet lag for the most part, but the travel does wear on you. The driving, yes, that's part of it. The meet and greets are intense. I mean, my first time here in 30 days, I did 17 meet and greets. In 5 days, I've already done 10 meet and greets in 5 days. The thing is, I try to please as many people as possible, and these trips are so expensive. They cost me so much money and time and lost business opportunity that I have to try to pack as much as I can into the trip so that it makes it worthwhile and I don't disappoint people. But people get disappointed. You see people here that didn't know I was in NISA and they missed the meet and greet. Well, I feel the same way, guys. One of the people I let know that I was coming was Steve Hofmeyer, which I always do usually, and I tell Steve when I'm coming, and I asked him, do you have any concerts going on? Are you performing anywhere? And Steve didn't say anything. And then I booked my hotels and my travel, and I could have stayed in George, and I wish I had stayed in George overnight, although I enjoyed staying overnight in NISA, and I really enjoyed meeting people in NISA the next day. But if Steve had told me that he was performing in George the night that I came through George, I would have stayed there instead of booking a room in NISA. So some eye drops, yeah. Yeah, Debbie. Well, I mean, I'm not to be bold or ambitious or, full of myself, but I have been a celebrity in South Africa for some time. It's just really, it is humbling though. Could be pollution, yeah. 1,700 kilometers, 2 days was fun. Yeah, Carl. Carl came a long way to see me today. Did you not come from East London, folks? It's amazing. Last year, Steen, who just got his tickets, by the way, Steen and his family came all the way down. They didn't come from Peekabburg, did they? No, Steen came from up in the Free State to PE, and then the other folks came from Peekabburg to Somerset to Strand. People come a long way to see me. It's amazing. Yeah, Mossel Bay, the salt water. Maybe it's still stuck in my eyelids there. And Mel Kinstra would like to thank me for all you do for everything else. So that was my pleasure. Milk works for dry eyes. Never heard of that before. May I ask your advice? We're looking at getting a car. My wife wants a 7-seater. I'm thinking about a VW Atlas. In the U.S., Neff, because you're in the U.S., I can't recommend a car for you. I mean, that's the VW is fine, I'm sure, but that's a big thing. So, yeah, Willie, meet and greet in Wellington. I will need something for that. Let me take a look and see very quickly here. First off, what time this game is. So, come on, YouTube. I think it's a 3 o'clock. It's a 3 o'clock game, so I'm thinking the meet and greet. 3 game will be over at 5. I'll linger till 6. If we do a meet and greet Wellington at 7 o'clock, but I don't have a combination there yet. So, or do I? Wait, maybe I do have a combination Wellington. Let me see. Can't remember. Hang on a second. It might be here. I got to print it out. Combination. Let me see. So it's the second. See if I booked anything for the second. I don't think I did. Oh, I did. I'll be staying at the at a wine estate. Yeah. Yeah, and that's in the outskirts of town. So, yeah, Wellington the 2nd. Yeah, if we could book something on the 2nd in the evening, say 7 o'clock. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Anyway, yeah. So you have to get back with us here and let us know. All right. So worried about your safety inside. Please be respectful, careful to troll, especially the meet and greets. Yeah, Pizza Party. There's a lot of bitterness about denials, but I have nothing to do with them. I have not a damn thing to them. People who want to blame me for their ineligibility, they need to seek mental care. Because I didn't make anybody ineligible. They made themselves ineligible. But what I have to say is that the folks who came to meet and greet today, the 4 families who approached me and talked to me about their ineligibility letters, were very wonderful people, very understanding. They certainly didn't blame me, and they still came all the way to my meet and greet, not to ask me to do something because they know I can't do anything about the letter, but just to participate. It was so heartwarming and so wonderful. Not that they got letters, but that they were there and they shared with me. So, yeah, Willow Ridge, Tiger Valley. I don't know where Willow Ridge is. Is Tiger Valley, Tigerberg Valley? Excuse me, is that what you're talking about? Ugh. Yes, I do know there are 2 Middleburgs. One's down here in the Eastern Cape, one's up there in Pumalanga. But I typed in Middleburg and it gave me the wrong one. You're really pushing the amount of meet and greets. You're going to be so tired and get back to USA. Well, that's true. You're shocked to see how short Ronaldo is. I don't know where Victoria West is. And are you talking about Deep Sloot? He's in the Netherlands. I'm not putting salt in my eye. Yes, Emery, it's very draining doing these things. Yep. Octave. Okay. Octave Omega. Okay. Huh. Hey, Dorothy. Thank you. I am going to Nullsbrook for the 1,000th time this week. I am going to Nullsbrook. I've said that already. Thank you, Rena. Oh, Tiger Valley is not Tigerberg. Okay. Oh, Belleville. Okay, got it. Yeah, I've been to Boston Coffee in Belleville. That's where I interviewed Francois van Kock. All right, Arza Rose, I'll watch this video. Oh, in the Karoo. Okay. Is that where Deep Sloot lives? In the Karoo? That's probably good because if he lived in a real town, people would kick his ass every day. 3 weeks ago. Leicester, Mensa Leicester, says Mike. Okay. All right. All right, guys. We've been at this for 1 hour and 29 minutes and 50 seconds. Not too many likes. I thought we'd see more than that. Can we not hit the like button? That would be really nice before you all disappear on me here. 264 people. If some of you haven't pushed already, a little bit of super chat, Redwood. Thank you for that. All right. Please don't put down stuff about your meetings and your dates and stuff like that. My moderator just deleted one thing because you're not supposed to put it in there. I guess I'll get back to eating my crappy pizza here shortly. The TV sucks, so I can't watch TV. It's a crappy channel selection, not even Super Sport. So can't even watch repeats of the rugby. So, all right, that's going to do it from here, folks, from Port Elizabeth. I'll be meeting with a couple folks tomorrow morning, and then I'm on the road to Grafrenet, and we're meeting tomorrow night, meet and greet in Grafrenet at 6 p.m. at the Drosti Hotel on 30 Church Street. So thank you all for your support. Thank everyone for the gifts. My lovely teddy bear and my springbok and the hat. What a cool hat that was. And all the food and all the stuff. And those who bought my thumb drives, I hope you enjoy the music. I'm sure you will. I appreciate everyone. Thank you so much. Very humbling. God bless. Have a good night. Feel free to go watch my video. I'll watch Professor G's video now. Watch my video about ineligibility, okay? All right, that's going to do it. Cheers, everybody. Bye-bye.